Well, it being the British Grand Prix, we thought we'd do something a little bit British with Lewis, who's always up for doing something a little bit more exciting. So we brought him down here to RAF Scampton with the Red Arrows, and he's going to experience some of the G-forces that they experience. He's going to sit in the back of one of the Red Arrows and do a full display with the Red Arrow.
This is something I've wanted to do for a long, long time. And I think I was invited to do it a few years ago around the Grand Prix, close to the Grand Prix or the Grand Prix weekend. But I'm just very grateful to be here and grateful for everyone to be here and looking forward to the experience.
The logistics of putting this shoot together have been character building.
It is quite complicated. There's a lot of cameras, mainly mini cameras. We have a couple of these reds to do some slow motion stuff, and we have 2 or 3 normal cameras following the guys around all day in a kind of fly on the wall style.
You couldn't help me cut that back up my leg, could you?
Thank you.
Yeah, it's always happened with me when I've got a race suit on. And
Thanks.
always drops down the back.
I do?
Yeah.
And it's quite a tight schedule. A lot of people to get all in the right place at the right time. I think with the helicopter we've got about 25 cameras in total on the job.
We're going to run the car alongside a Red Arrow too. We were going to do a bit of a drag race, but to be honest, Lewis would just leave the Red Arrow for dead, whereas top speed, obviously, the Red Arrow would really overtake him. So we're going to run the 2 side by side, just sort of for that money shot at the top of the piece.
And I have been up in a jet before, but it was like more than a decade ago, and I'm not as fit as I used to be. So the thing that really gets you is the different G, goes really, it's trying to push the blood down to your feet. And when they started to pull more and more G, you start having this sort of closing in effect of your vision. And of course, if they were to keep that G going, eventually you reach the point where you pass out, but thankfully they bail out of it and you don't have that sensation. What was interesting for me is, Lewis said he felt a little bit sick during the flight. So it can't be anything to do with sort of fitness levels, because clearly he's younger and fitter. Incredible. They're so skilled. You're flying 15 feet separation between the aircraft. You take off like that. You do rolls. You do full the loops, and the skill level they have is just off the scale. There's many similarities between the teamwork that we have in Formula One. We have to trust the mechanics. They have to trust the mechanics. You have to trust in your machine. You have to trust in those around you. So I think the teamwork element, the technology, aerodynamics, play an absolute vital role in an aircraft, and that's something which clearly Grand Prix racing is all about.
Sometimes you get some guys who are pretty nervous flying with us, and Lewis was all over it. It's almost as if he's done it before. We came in for the arrival bend over here at RAF Scampton with the blue smoke on, changing to white pretty quickly. As we came around the corner here, I did a quick rollback, which is a very sharp aileron roll back into formation. Gave Lewis a quick heads up that it was coming, but he whooped with joy as we rolled it upside down over the formation. It was absolutely fantastic. It was a really good passenger. He enjoyed every minute of it. He told me afterwards it was one of the greatest things he'd ever done, and I couldn't wish for a better compliment than that. I think there were 1 or 2 giggles during some of the aerobatics that we were doing, but no, he was really, really calm, collected, an absolute professional throughout, and just really enjoyed the experience. It was an honour to fly him.